Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Marsh. I'm David Harada. I'm the Director of Artist Relations here for the Marsh. We're glad to see you all here. And this is our Monday Night Works in Progress series going on for just about 30 years now, over 30 years now. So welcome. We're glad to have you all here on the MarshStream. I am going to turn things over to our solo spotlight tonight. It's Tommi Mecca's The Old Brown Jacket. Enjoy.
Beldi vendremo, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la, la la la, Papa didn't believe in higher education. He thought that my going to college would fill my head with crazy ideas and turn me against la mia familia, my family. Papa watched in dismay as I rejected all of the traditional values he held dear. He supported the war in Vietnam, but he didn't want his son to die there. So he agreed to pay half my tuition to Temple University, the only school that well, actually, that's not true. The Catholic college that he preferred, they accepted me too. But after 12 years of nuns and priests, that's the last place I wanted to be. So the first thing I did when I got to Temple was to join the Students for a Democratic Society, the most radical anti-war group in the country, and the Gay Liberation Front. Before long, Papa had reason to be concerned. I registered as a conscientious objector. I started growing my hair. It got longer and longer and longer. I started carrying around an old beat up folk guitar and a copy of the Communist Manifesto and Allen Ginsberg's How. I started having sex with guys, even though it was against the law. And I headed up a campaign against aversion therapy on gay men at a psych unit funded by the university. Aversion therapy? Imagine being strapped to a chair, having electrodes attached to your dick, shown slides of cute naked guys, and then zapped with electricity to make you straight. Well, we held lots of protest, and they got lots of news coverage. One afternoon, a TV talk show host called and asked me to come on her talk show to debate one of the aversion therapists. In a moment of complete insanity, I said yes. I mean, what could happen? The show aired at 1 a.m. Who in La Mia Familia is going to be awake to see it? I decided after we taped the show, I'd better tell Mama. She was down in the basement ironing when I got home. Somehow I managed to spill it all out. Her first reaction was, "What, you think I didn't know?" And then she had one big concern. "Papa, you gotta tell him." "I can't." "You gotta tell him." "I can't." "You gotta." I don't. The show airs. The good news, the university cuts off all funding to the psych unit. The bad news, my uncle, the cop, sees the show and calls Papa. The libretto, please, for the confrontation between me and Papa the next day. "Who made you do this? Those people at Temple University. No one made me do this. I decided to do this. Do you know what you've done? You've disgraced La Familia. Disgraced La Familia? The worst sin that any Italiano commits against the entire Italiano population of the universe. I mean, we're talking back to the Romans, back to the Stone Age, back to that first Dago, standing outside of a cave, yelling in operatic hysterics, "Avafangul, what do you mean you're not gonna marry a nice Italian girl and live 2 caves down? What do you wanna do? Disgrace la familia?" Life is now hell around the house. Papa either doesn't talk to me or he grunts when I go by. The relatives on Papa's side, every single one of them disown me. Little old ladies come up to me in the street. "Hey, Tommaso, don't you know you're killing your mama?" The neighborhood kids start calling me names and threatening to break my kneecaps every time I leave the house. Finally, Papa issues his ultimatum. You either cut the gay shit or you don't come home no more. Don't wait up for me, Papa. Dancing, dancing, we're gonna be dancing. What the fuck just happened? A moment ago, the music was blaring at ear-shattering levels. The dance floor was packed. I was checking out that cute guy over there. All of a sudden, the lights started flashing. I know it's not closing time. The music died. Guys are rushing back and forth. I don't know where they're trying to go. Somebody says, "It's a raid." Huh? Somebody else says, "The cops are here." Oh shit. There they are. 2 of them at the door. There's no way out of here. I'm only 19. Drinking age is 21. I got my brother's expired driver's license. Him and I look a lot alike. People think we're twins. He knows I use it to get into bars, but not gay bars. I got to get out of here. I see a door. It opens to a kitchen. There's an old guy at the sink washing glasses. I explained to him that I'm just a minor. He points to another door. It opens to a yard and an alley. Next thing I know, and I'm standing out in front of the bar. There's a paddy wagon parked in front. I cross the street and I just stand there. Before long, the cops come out of the bar, leading a bunch of guys into the back of the paddy wagon. They slam the door shut and drive off. The next day, there's an article in the newspaper about the raid, including the name and address and phone number of all of the guys arrested. I'm not surprised. I'm just a faggot. My life doesn't matter to them. Just like the lives of all those guys who will probably lose their apartments and their families and their jobs. Their lives don't matter to nobody. The cops will get their payoffs. The politicians will go on bragging about cracking down on vice. And that's the way it was back in 1971, when America was great. It was South Philly's idea of a shopping mall, an old beat up warehouse in a working class Black and Italian neighborhood that was subdivided into little department stores. I worked in the record store that was managed by a guy who was born with a lit joint in his mouth. I kid you not. He used to call me Tommy Stardust because I used to come to work in various stages of drag. No, I'm not talking about beehives and evening gowns. I'm talking about radical drag. Gender fuck, we called it. Think of a cross between John Wayne and Marilyn Monroe. That was me. I was exploring my gender identity. I wasn't sure if I was a boy or a girl. My manager thought I was trying to be the next David Bowie. I kept trying to tell him I was simply trying to be fabulous. The mall was owned by a Mr. K, who had an office in the back. Rumor had it that if you were ever called back there to his office, you were never seen again. Mr. K hated our department. Well, we played loud, blaring rock music all the time. We had long, scraggly hair. And we wore beat up old clothes to work. Mr. K kept trying to impose a dress code on our department. One time he sent around a memo saying that we had to wear shirts, button-down shirts and ties. The next day, I showed up in pink hip huggers and my sister's blouse. The first time that Mr. K deigned to talk to me, he asked me if I was a boy or a girl. The next time, he called me a freak of nature. That was before my actor-singer boyfriend Arnold showed up on Valentine's Day to serenade me at the counter, which was in front of the store where there was no wall and no door. So everyone throughout the whole mall, and probably for blocks around, could hear. It didn't hurt that he had a voice that Ethel Merman would have died for. So they gathered. Italian women and Black women standing side by side as a very handsome Black man serenaded a very exotic looking Italian queen. The bells are ringing for me and my guy. Birds are singing for me and my guy. Everybody's been knowing to a wedding they're going. And for weeks they've been sewing every Susie and Sal. The women broke into thunderous applause as Arnold leaned over the counter and kissed me passionately on the lips. Suddenly, the wall of women was parted like the Red Sea, but instead of Moses, there appeared Mr. K. He was spitting fire, not water. What the hell's going on here? You, he said to Arnold, out of here. And you, in my office now. Oh shit. Hey, that was really cool, dude. But you don't understand. Mr. K wants to see me back in his office. Yeah, man, it's cool. It's all cool. Yeah, he was that out of it. Back in Mr. K's office, the union rep, Julie, was there. Mr. K read me the riot act and then fired me. Julie reminded him that only the manager of my department could fire me. That blithering idiot? Then he played what he thought was his trump card. He's a pervert. He attracts other perverts. We got kids in this store, families. I won't have this in my store. Julie said that he had better not be trying to fire me for being gay. Mr. K said it was his store and he could do whatever he wanted with it. Their eyes locked. Sweat beat at their foreheads. Their fists were clenched. Time stood still. Finally, Mr. K threw his arms up. Get the hell out of my office! The tough old white guy brought down by an even tougher black woman. As we were leaving the office, Julie said that my boyfriend had a really nice voice. She asked where I met him. She was a little too comfortable with the whole situation. I think she was a friend of Dorothy's, member of the family, if you get what I mean. Her secret was safe with me. As for Mr. K, he never fucked with this freak of nature again. Oh shit, I'm not wearing any men's clothes. That's what I'm thinking as I stand on the edge of the New Jersey Turnpike, hot summer night, 1973, as the state trooper who pulled us over turns his attention to me. After having frisked my 3 friends, the 4 of us heading up to New York for a gay dance. I'm gonna get busted for female impersonation. Drag is against the law. I wonder what the penalty is in New Jersey. Maybe I could plead temporary insanity, brought on by reefer madness, Sage's killer weed. I'm gonna have to call my papa to come bail me out. I don't have any money. Oh God, if the cops don't kill me, my Italian papa will do the job for them. But Sage could always find a way out of any situation. I did what he told me to do when we got out of the car. I remember what he said to me. Now don't say nothing. Whatever you do, keep your mouth shut. Let me do all the talking. State trooper's looking me over now. He's standing so close I can smell his sweat. Why doesn't he say something? He's already checked over the car, the glove compartment, the trunk, everywhere, looking for drugs. He knows we have drugs. He just wants to bust us. I can see how badly he wants to bust us. Oh shit, he's going to say something. I brace myself for the worst. Is he reaching for his handcuffs? Miss, you can get back in the car now. We're driving back up to New York now. Oh my God, nobody says anything for the longest time. And then Arnold just starts laughing. And then we're all laughing our butts off. And then Arnold reaches over, unzips my pants, and pulls the bag of weed out of my underwear. Sage was right. It was the one place the state trooper would never think to look. My uncle the cop, wants me dead. Uncle the cop who called Papa the night I was on TV. Uncle the cop who's been trying to turn Papa against me. Uncle the cop who brags about beating up drag queens in the gay area of town. Uncle the cop who told Mama and Papa He wants to get a contract out on me. You know, like in The Godfather, fit me for cement high heels and find me a permanent home at the bottom of the ocean with Charlie the tuna. Of course, Mama read him the riot act. She told him to get out, never come back again. Papa said nothing. Mama told me she wants me to be careful. She said if he touches one hair on my head, she's going to track him down and take care of him. You know, I have no doubt that she would. What am I supposed to do now? Walk around scared all the time? That's what he wants. He wants me to be scared all the time. I'm not going to let him win. No way. No fucking way. Bad cop, no donut. They're gaining on me. 5 guys. One of them saying, "Hey, faggot, come here. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk to you." Hot country road in New Jersey after a showing of The Exorcist. The 5 guys followed us out of the theater. I got separated from my friends. Now I'm running down this road. I think it's a highway. There's all these cars going by. Trying to get away from 5 guys intent on beating up a faggot and drive. Meanwhile, I'm trying desperately to remember my Quaker nonviolent self-defense training. When I turn and I realize they've almost caught up with me. One of the guys has his arms outstretched like he's trying to grab me. I got something in my pocket. Mace. I got mace in my pocket. I pull it out. I point it at them, daring them to come closer. 4 of the guys freeze. 1 guy keeps approaching slowly, daring me to press it. All right. I press it. Nothing happens. I press again. Still nothing. I keep pressing the damn thing. Yeah, I know what Einstein would say, and he'd be right. The guys surround me in a semicircle. One of them hits me hard on the head with a tree branch. The mace rolls out of my hand. Blood. I'm going to die. Suddenly I remember my Quaker nonviolent self-defense training and go running out into the middle of the highway, waving my arms and screaming at the top of my lungs, help me, somebody, they're trying to kill me. The cars swerve around me, beeping their horn, yelling at me to get off the highway. Of course, none of them stop to help me. The guys take off. I decide I'm going to head back the way they came, when suddenly a car pulls up. I'm about to take off when I realize it's my friends. I jump back in the car just as the guys reappear, banging on the car. My friend in the front seat says, "Hold on, girls. It's going to be a bumpy ride." And he jams his foot down on the gas pedal. The car leaps forward. The guys scatter. Wait. Uncle the cop? Oh, hey, hello. Hey, big brother. What's up? What happened? What? Uncle the cop died? Ding dong, the witch is dead. I guess I shouldn't be laughing, should I? You did what? And Papa agreed? After all these years? Why would he agree? He hasn't talked to me for... Oh, the thing with Uncle and the contract. Did he tell you that? No, of course not. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't look a gift horse. So, what color dress should I wear? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not serious. Okay, I'll see you then. Bye. La 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 la. The paint by number Last Supper that I did as a kid is still hanging over the same dining room table. I can't remember the Last Supper we had as una familia around that turbulent table. The sound of so many voices all talking at once still echoes in my ears. Upstairs in my old bedroom, the bed is freshly made. The bureau and the desk where I spent many hours writing poems and songs are exactly where I left them, as if they expected me to come home. The queer prodigal son who's finally made his way back. A truce having been declared between father and son, a truce arranged by my oldest brother. As we're getting ready to leave, Papa says to me, that jacket you're wearing, it ain't warm enough. He goes to the closet and pulls out an old brown jacket. It's his way of saying, welcome home, son. Just 2 months before he dies.